WrestleManiacs, Maniacs. This is the podcast. It's called WrestleManiacs. Adam, Donald, Indian Josh. Then now together forever and son. WrestleManiacs. This is the podcast. It's called WrestleManiacs. WWE, AEW, TNA, JPW. WrestleManiacs.
What's going on, fellow A-Plusers, fellow WrestleManiacs? It's your host, as always, Adam Perez, back once again with a brand new episode of WrestleManiacs Podcast, baby, as we're set to go ahead and dive into another PLE for WWE as we get into one of the big four this weekend in SummerSlam, baby. That's right. The hottest event of the summer is certainly here, and we are here to go ahead and give you guys our predictions for this huge weekend's main event, y'all. It is everybody here today. The whole entire cast has joined us. It's good to see all your faces, man. Look, I know I only join you guys once a month, but each and every time I absolutely love it. Josh, first and foremost, before we even begin, I acknowledge you, my friend, for your victory on predictions last time. I don't think I got a chance to tell you face to face, but I definitely need to give you your tribal chief necklace, sir. So congratulations on pulling out a W. Me and Dottle have been talking it up like, when is Josh going to win another one? So I'm so glad that you pulled it out last time, man.
Yeah, I cashed in my Money in the Bank and decided to come back. You know, why not? Usually, I mean, think about any time. Usually the Money in the Bank winner is always on a terrible losing streak. So, you know, who knows what's going to happen next. So
it's good to see you, man. Congratulations. Yeah. Let's see if you can keep the ball rolling on a huge pay-per-view event here this week. Datila, always good to see you. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks for asking, Adam. It's always fun to do these shows.
Oh yeah, no, I totally agree, man. I love the whole entire cast being together here, getting a lot done, man. Look, guys, as we go through our predictions and we break down each particular match, we always want to know your thoughts. So let your predictions be known in the live chat or in the comment section box after this particular video winds up airing. Who's joining us today?
Michael 101591.
Michael, what's up, Michael? Appreciate you coming
up,
through, man. Nice picture, by the way, man. Great smile. Good to see you, Michael. Glad you're doing well, man. Let us know your thoughts and predictions in the comment section box. I feel a little bit rusty doing a WrestleManiacs podcast with you guys and hosting. I feel like I should leave this up to Josh today.
No, I can't say that necessarily. I'm here just to play a part.
But we got 7 matches. We apparently also have like a 3-hour-long pre-show for SummerSlam.
Dear God.
Yes, I think because they have an AEW Collision on Saturday, WWE's like, let's throw up the bird and screw them over by trying to take some of their ratings from them. Do you think we're going to get a couple of matches thrown in here last minute, or do we have kind of some matches already set for like the go home show for SmackDown and like Monday after SummerSlam? Do we have stuff already?
We don't have any matches on the pre-show kickoff show, but I wouldn't be surprised if they throw in some last minute matches on there. What the hell are they gonna do for 3 hours?
Yeah, I don't know, but it definitely is 3 hours. WWE announced during Raw that Countdown show before SummerSlam will be 3 hours long, beginning at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. The pre-show will go head-to-head with AEW Collision, which begins at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So it looks like they want to maybe draw people in and get them sucked into the hype of SummerSlam and then forget about AEW Collision happening an hour later. I think they should have just started at 5. Just give us the 2 hours. So there was a part of me thinking that maybe we will have some pre-show, at least maybe 1 or 2 pre-show matches, I got to think.
I ain't watching. I'll just watch some matches, but I ain't sitting there for 3 hours listening to people discuss them. Well, actually, no way I do that. I just talk about the matches. But I'm not going to. You know what I mean.
I'm going to age myself terribly. So does anybody remember WrestleMania All Day from back in the 2000 WrestleMania?
No, that was a thing.
If you think, oh my God. So, all right. I think you had to order the pay-per-view, but what they used to do is it started at noon And what they did is they showed highlights from the first 15 WrestleManias. And when I mean highlights, I don't mean like, let's watch a full match, right? It was and the DVD somewhere is out there. I've got to find it because it was such a cool thing. It literally started at noon, went for 7 hours long. They had interviews. It was pretty cool. But I mean, you're talking WrestleMania all day long from 12 to 10 p.m.
Golly.
And including Heat. You also had Heat later that night, which I always loved having Heat an hour before. But to me, 3 hours, I don't have time for that.
Yeah, I got time for that.
Exactly.
So this event in general is probably going to be like an 8-hour event. I think if you even go to Peacock and you look at it ahead of time, I think it says like 8 hours or some crazy shit like that.
So if you're going to do that, give me an hour of like Sami Zayn and Friends or 30 minutes of his show and just say, if you want to watch this later, you can order the, special on whatever. You could do that. Give me 30 minutes of the Undertaker show. Because to me, I'd watch that if they were going to stream 30 minutes of each show just to give you a taste. To me, that'd be a perfect way to do it.
I mean, maybe they will. Maybe they I have no idea what they got scheduled for this 3-hour pre-show, but it's ridiculously long.
Sure as heck isn't I don't want to watch a 3-hour ESPN tailgate party. I really don't give a damn about that. But
yeah, that's what it pretty much feels like. It's like a tailgate party for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if they got like guests coming in, Hall of Famers coming in to talk about it. I mean, it is SummerSlam. I mean, this is like summer's WrestleMania, so they're going bigger for sure for this one, because next year we got a two-night event for SummerSlam beginning next year, right? Or is that 2026?
2026.
2 years later. I mean, they just showed Jesse Ventura on Monday Night Raw, so maybe we'll get a whole Jesse on the panel, and because he was the referee for the first SummerSlam, if I remember correctly. So
okay. Yeah, maybe bring back some people that had like big SummerSlam moments or something like that would be kind of cool.
Shucky Ducky Quack Quack Booker T, all that sort of good stuff.
Absolutely, man. So yeah, guys, give us your ideas of what you would certainly like to see on the pre-show, or what you guys certainly predict. If they do announce additional matches for the pre-show, I don't think we'll come back and change our predictions. I think we're just going to stick with the main card predictions here for you guys. So yeah, we'll certainly do that. So I think that's out of the way. You got something else, Dantila?
Well, I was gonna say, if they do announce pre-show, if they do have pre-show matches and they're announced, maybe as bonus points, if we have like a tie or something, we can use them as bonus points. Like we'll just like say who we think is gonna win the match, and if
like an extra point or something.
Yeah, like an extra point or something. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We can do that for sure. That's fair. All right, y'all. With the pre-show out of the way, let's get into predictions, baby. I can't say I've been thinking about these long and hard. Some of them I certainly have been. But we've got 7 matches this time around. Nice amount. Were you expecting more matches than 7 though?
No, I think that's it.
Yeah, I was thinking 7 or 8 was going to be the magic number, but I do think they're going to let some of these matches certainly breathe and tell the story, so I can't really complain too much with it. So we'll see how long this is going to be. Looking at the match card, I truly have no idea how, you guys know when it comes to predictions, I like to try and figure out how I personally would set up my SummerSlam in order, but I really have no idea how they're going to play this one up. But first match, I'm going to go with the people love this man, L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was waiting for Dantila to come through.
Don't wait for me. That's not my thing.
I was waiting for Dantila.
I'm not giving him consent. That's all you.
I would love to hear this man's theme song kick off first and get the crowd really going here. I think a lot of people have been waiting for LA Knight to have a big W. This might be his time. Logan Paul, United States champion. He's had a pretty lengthy reign with like the least amount of title defenses. Look, I dig Logan Paul as a competitor, as a wrestler for sure. I think he's done a hell of a job in the ring. I just honestly wish he was a better champion in the sense of defending his title a little bit more than what he's been able to do. But these two guys are set to go ahead and clash. We had ourselves a contract signing, I think, a while ago. Have you guys liked this build-up so far?
The build-up's been okay. I just feel like Logan Paul, like, because he's not there weekly, it's like kind of just hinges on LA Knight, to kind of do it.
Yeah, what did he do this week though? He was there, right? He came out and attacked him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm curious to see what this go home show is going to be like. I would assume that he's there. Logan Paul's not the biggest fan of Cleveland either, if I'm mistaken, right? I mean, I think
Isn't he
talk.
from Cleveland?
I thought he shit talked Cleveland before. Am I right? No, you're right. He might be from Cleveland. I think him and like
Mr. Cleveland or something, wasn't he?
Okay, maybe yeah. I think you're right. I think of him and Johnny Manziel for some reason in regards to like Cleveland when I think of people's names. But you might be right. He might be actually from Cleveland. So do you think the idea of him retaining his title in his hometown and picking up that W is going to stand, or will we have ourselves a brand new United States champion in LA Knight?
Yeah.
What about you, Dantila? Ladies first, your predictions.
I have to go with LA Knight. Yeah, just because I feel like this is his time. You know, he didn't win Money in the Bank. He hasn't won a title on the main roster. So it's like, this is his time. The only way I see Logan Paul getting out of this is by cheating, but I think LA Knight, takes it.
Yeah, he even faced Roman for the title, lost that.
Mm-hmm.
Money in the Bank he missed out on. I don't know why. I thought there was like another opportunity too, but he might have had. But I'm gonna go with LA Knight here. It's about time. I think if he loses his this opportunity, it's just like, bro, where do you go from here? I don't know how old he is. He's definitely up there in age. I think he's been around the business for a while, hasn't he? Do you know how old he is, Josh?
I don't know, but I can check real quick.
He's in his 40s.
He's got to be in his. He's really old in his 40s. No, I'm just kidding.
I
think he's probably. I mean, he's probably 40 something. I'm sure. He is
not that much older than you guys. I don't think.
Yeah, I'm 41.
41. So you and him also. He's 41.
Don't let this physique underneath this jacket fool you, though. Okay.
So you have the body of a 20-year-old. I'm sure.
I mean, I look in the mirror and I'm like, damn, LA Knight, you look great. So I'm gonna go with LA Knight here, man. I'm gonna go with LA Knight here, a new United States champion. It's time Logan drops this title for sure. What about you, Josh?
Well, the heart always says LA Knight because again, that's the story, right? But again, I think we're gonna have a lot of title changes. As much as I don't want to, I'll have to go with Logan Paul. Otherwise, we're going to always be running in the same way. Again, I kind of equate, and again, not that I know this, but Logan Paul's title reign kind of feels like when it's your turn to go to your dad's house for the weekend. It feels like, hey, buddy, how you doing? Good to see you. You want to go for ice cream? It's kind of like what I feel like Logan Paul does. Like, hey, I'm going to defend the title and give a good match. Okay, see you later. I mean, WWE likes to play with LA Knight, especially just keep making. I mean, look at Roman Reigns, how long he kept the title for. So to me, as stupid as it would be, I think they're going to give him the win and then have it to be we're going to have a match where LA Knight finally wins the big one because they've been talking about how he's not won a title. And Triple H likes to do the long-term heel thing. So, I mean, as much as I don't want to, I wouldn't be surprised if Logan Paul pulls out the win here somehow, especially with Mr. Cleveland, whoever the hell that may be. Maybe his brother. Who knows?
Confidence points behind this pick, though. Datila, a 4?
Oh, a 1 for me. Again, that's just a guesstimation.
I'm saving my 1 for something.
Oh, I'm going all in on LA Knight here. This is my 7. Don't you let me down, LA Knight. Don't you let me down. Especially if this is the first match and he loses, I'm just gonna throw my hands up like I'm done. I just don't do this to me, LA Knight.
Can't win the big one. Yeah, that's what I'd say next if he has to.
That's his new name. Yeah, no, he's. I can book it, baby. LA Knight is pulling out the W here. All right, we'll see. Let's see here. Next match. We're gonna go to another title match because I think are all matches, with the exception of one match, there's almost a ton of titles are certainly on the line here. Next up, we're gonna get into a rematch that we just had at the last pay-per-view for the Intercontinental Championship. The champion Sami Zayn going against Bron Breakker. Look, Bron was not very happy with his last defeat. Didn't really have much to say to Sami Zayn except a spear to the midsection the Monday right after the pay-per-view event. Look, I was surprised. I think I was more surprised that Sami Zayn won clean over Braun. That felt really odd to me. And so the idea that he now gets a rematch here, I just do not see the idea of him losing clean twice in a row. Doesn't mean that he can't lose in other fashions for sure, to certainly say the least. But Braun is just on this streak right now. Well, I can't say he's technically on a streak. They clearly broke that streak with the last loss, but if I can compare his hypeness to anybody, it does kind of feel Goldberg-esque. And I say Goldberg-esque, not quite like Goldberg, but Goldberg-esque in the sense of how dominant they're portraying him to be. This dude that, like, people love this guy regardless of what his attitude is. Every week you hear the fan base is just barking it up for him. I definitely would be barking for him too if I was in the crowd, man. I really do like Bron Breakker. I missed his whole entire run in NXT, to be fair. So this has been my first sort of experience with him, and I've been eating it up, man. Like I've known of him and him, you know, the lineage of being Rick Steiner's son. Is he his son or his grandson?
He's Rick Steiner's son, and he's Scott Steiner's nephew.
Yep. And so I love it. I wish they would have given him the Steiner name, but I like big things for Bron Breakker. So for me, I think we have ourselves a brand new IC champion here. Sammy's done a great job. He's proven himself. The guy literally beat Braun already. So it's not like to say he can't do it. He's definitely, I know he says he's not the underdog, and I think he's proven himself to definitely be that type of champion. But in this regards, I just think Braun is just too strong, man. And I think he's got to get back that L. If they want to do a trilogy out of this, I would be perfectly okay with it. But give Braun this title. I think we got ourselves a new IC champion here. So I'm going to go with Bron Breakker. What about you, Josh?
I can say one word: Breaker. I mean, it is Goldberg. Yes, he's got the freaking tattoo, for God's sakes. Somewhere along the line, Triple H remembers Scott Steiner having those terrible matches with him back in 2003. So he had to have him lose. You always got to humble the kids somehow, right? I mean, if they don't have him win, to me, it just, I mean, for the lack of a better term, cuts his nuts off like you would a dog, essentially, because, you know, they booked him so strong, there's no way he can't win. The fact that Sami beat him clean, to me, was such a terrible, terrible thing. I mean, hell, Goldberg lost to a freaking taser and then a powerbomb by Kevin Nash. You're telling me Sami Zayn beat Breakker? I hate to say that, but Jim Cornette had the best way. He said, you know, I get it. He said Sami Zayn's popular, but if you were just started watching wrestling on your own, right, and had never seen anything before, you see Bron Breakker and Sami Zayn. Who do you think the real ass kicker is there? Who do you think the real champion is? So, I mean, to me, Breakker's got to do it. He's got to break him. I mean, somewhere along the line, I need a Scott Steiner promo telling us how much of a chance he has, a 99 2/3 chance or some stuff about winning. You know, I've got to have
some Breakker math.
Oh my God, yes, it'd be perfect. And you know, it's funny. I think he did. If I remember correctly, I think in NXT he actually did a promo, kind of giving an homage to that. So to me, I think it'd be a perfect idea, him being IC champ. And look, I mean, I would love to see the Steiners back on TV again, even if just to kind of celebrate. Why not? They brought out Alpha and Sikoa, for God's sakes, and those were skeletons when they brought them out. So I mean, you know, why not? Man,
I would love to see the family together if he pulls out the W. What about you, Dotula? Who do you got? Do you think we got ourselves a new IC champion, or you think Sammy's going to continue to prove us all wrong?
It was Ciampa that cut that math promo. He did it to Bron Breakker, and Bron Breakker laughed about it.
That's funny. Nice. Did Breakker beat was it Ciampa for the title? Ciampa?
I don't remember. I don't watch NXT. Josh, that's your answer.
Oh my God! You know, the sad thing is I don't really remember. That's the sad thing. It's just kind of like Scott Steiner's career. It's hard to
I think he did beat Ciampa.
Yeah, I think so. I think I think you're right.
But to answer your question, I still think Bron Breakker should have destroyed Sami Zayn in his home country of Canada and taken the title from him. but that didn't happen. But I think it'll happen here at SummerSlam. So I'm gonna root for Braun Breaker.
Is Zayn injured? Like are his ribs sort of like injured right now or no?
I haven't heard anything.
How many spears he took? I mean, they should. Look,
Yeah, I was like, maybe he'd come out with like a bandage on around his ribs or something like that.
Oh, see, this is the perfect opportunity. It's too late now, but my God, have Breaker spear him, be knocked out, do the whole Bret Hart pulling his shirt up. I don't know if you ever seen that with him and Goldberg. It was masterful. Kind of dumb, but masterful. Had some metal underneath, spears him, knocks him out.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was pretty genius.
Bring it back.
That was pretty
it was a great angle. It's silly as it is. I mean, Breaker spears everybody randomly. I mean, you know, I'm waiting for the day he loses his. If he loses, to me, it's going to hurt him at this point.
Yeah, I do think so too. I think so too. I'm surprised that this didn't turn into a triple threat match or a fatal 4-way match. And I only say that because Ilya, he's had some great matches, man. I feel like the fan base is coming around him. He's proven himself in the matches against Sami. He got wrongfully, taken out of that match sort of thing. It does make me wonder, like, if he'll interfere in the match to get back at Breaker for costing him the match. But I don't know. Maybe then maybe we'll get a triple threat match at the next pay-per-view event. I have no idea, but
no, I'm going to need him to neutralize the Judgment Day for a match later on, because to me it makes so much sense. But we'll talk about that.
Can I just say, I don't want to see anybody else use the spear besides Braun Breaker. Like the spear and the super kick, I think, are like the two most overused wrestling moves right now. Like when Jey Uso does a spear, I don't believe it. Like there's no way. I saw Jey Uso literally spear Drew McIntyre. I'm like, why are you falling down, Drew? Like, this is like, stand up. He can't push you over like that. It's just yeah, I hate it.
Anytime a super kick happened, Bret Hart somewhere gets angry. So talks about
he gets a mild concussion somewhere. Let's see. The confidence points that I have behind this. God, looking at the other matches. Goodness gracious.
I'll give it a 5 on mine. I'll take a chance on Breaker.
Give me a 4. Give me a 4 here.
I just think this is the perfect opportunity to take Sami out, take him away, let him go cut his freaking hair, for God's sakes, and just come back with a better physique. Because to me, the Sami character has got to have another change to me, because I'm kind of over the whole Sami Zayn. He's almost like where, I don't want to say it's like Bret Hart winning the United States title from the Miz way back when, but it almost seems kind of like, okay, he's IC champion. Unless he's there to elevate Breaker. I'll put it this way. The better match should have been Breaker facing Gunther for the IC title at SummerSlam and then putting him over. But again, I think that's what this whole entire plan has been, to get Breaker over. So hopefully that's why I feel like I'm about mildly confident they're going to pull the trigger here.
So you got 5. What about you, Datila?
I got 5 as well.
I got 5 on it. All right. So Datila and Josh with 5. I got 4. All right, guys, let us know your predictions in the comment section box. Who do you got for some of these matches? Next up, we got ourselves another title match, baby. For this one is going to be for the WWE Women's Championship. Bayley, the champion here. First off, there's a part of me that really likes Bayley's confidence that she's been, the swag about her that she's been carrying around. Considering just how much she's actually accomplished in WWE, I definitely do think she's earned to have that swag and that confidence about her. But she is going up against a monster, and not just any monster, but the queen of the ring, Nia Jax. I'm pretty sure Nia has won a world championship before, but I feel like it's been a minute. Will this be her time? For those of you who forgot, the King of the Ring winners get their opportunities here at SummerSlam. And so Nia Jax gets this opportunity. She's been doing some great work as of late, especially some of her promos with Tiffany Stratton. They've definitely have kind of grown a bond. Will the numbers be too much for Bayley? Can she literally overcome Nia Jax on her own? And who walks out of here as the WWE Women's Champion? Josh, this is to you, sir.
Oh,
Who you
sorry, I was
got?
laughing at a comment. How do you fight a dumpster fire with your hands? How do you do it? You really can't. You really can't beat it. I mean, I want to see Bayley lose, not to Nia Jax, but I just want that sweet moment of I don't care for the Bayley character at all. Pull out the nose rings and go away for a while because I think she's cringe, at least in my estimation now. I think Nia Jax will win. I think Tiffany will try to cash in, but then will stop when she just turns and looks at her, kind of like, are you really going to do this? So I think we're going to get the story of she's got to keep the momentum because, it's like the Royal Rumble winners. I think back to look at Shinsuke and Asuka. Both won the Royal Rumble in the same year and both lost at WrestleMania. Can you tell me really how well their careers did after that?
Wait, say it again, Josh?
So think about Asuka and Shinsuke when they won the Royal Rumble back in 2018, right? Both Asian superstars, right? Both went to WrestleMania and lost cleanly. And to me, the momentum for them never really happened. I mean, look, Shinsuke got his ass beat how many times by Seth Rollins? I mean,
Shinsuke also lost like 3 times in a row to AJ too, cleanly.
Yeah, right, exactly. I mean, so to me, I think Nia Jax has to win, even though, sometimes it's kind of like Brock Lesnar beating Kofi Kingston in 6 seconds. It was bullshit, but the story of it really should have been Kofi winning it back. But, we got to have a transitional champion, and Bayley doesn't want to lose to Tiffany. Nia Jax can be the one to lose. And people will be happy that Tiffany de facto cashes in on her. So this is a way of almost turning her, I don't want to say babyface, but Jax versus Stratton, everybody's going to lose their freaking mind when Tiffany Concrete actually wins.
So you think so you think Nia wins?
I think Nia wins this one.
You think Stratton cashes in? Or
No.
she tries to? Okay, you say she
I
tries
think
to,
it's an attempt of trying to. So what the visual will be great is her doing this. So you can't see. Doing this. And then you see Nia Jax just turn to her and she'll be like, oh, just kidding. Because they can play that off of, is she or isn't she going to? So
I get you. All right, so you got Nia. Datila, who do you got in this one?
I'm actually going to agree with Josh. I think Nia takes it because I feel like they're telling the story with her and Tiffany Stratton, the queen and the princess. So, how she told Nia Jax she wouldn't cash in on her. But it wouldn't surprise me. Like Josh said, she ultimately does.
So you think she ultimately does, but she doesn't do it at SummerSlam?
Yeah, I don't think she's going to do it at SummerSlam.
I think we kind of see and I'm going to use a reference, and it's so weird to use this reference, but it also makes me think of she's going to be champion, but Tiffany's going to use her to protect herself. Almost if you've seen next Friday with Baby D, that and that other girl, that's Nia Jax's Baby D just running, beating people's asses. So, to me, Donald is right. I think it's got to be Nia because otherwise, why would we listen to those promos that she tries to cut up every week? So she almost killed Lyra, King of the Ring. Literally squashed her a la Yokozuna and Hulk Hogan, minus the camera exploding. So,
Man. I am really undecided on this. In the sense of I don't see Bayley walking out of here with the championship. But I do see Tiffany Stratton cashing in and walking out champion here. I'm just trying to decide as to whether or not I want her to interfere before or after. My train of thought is Nia, I think, is going to land her sit down squash. I'm just trying to figure out if Tiffany waits for the ref to count to 3 or she comes in and hits Nia over the head with the briefcase, cashes in, and while Bayley is still down, pins her. Or if she lets Nia win, comes up, clubs her with the briefcase, and then pins Nia. So I'm trying to figure out if I should say Nia wins or if it's a DQ and Stratton cashes in.
Well, if you're Stratton, are you going to try to fight Big Girl or are you going to try to fight Bayley?
I'm fighting Bayley. I'm clubbing the shit out of Nia. I'm letting her squash her, and then I'm sliding into the ring and bashing her over the head with the Money in the
Just
Bank
like
briefcase.
Edge, way back in the day, back to the head, Undertaker, 1, 2, 3, spear, boom, that's it. So
So you know what? I don't know if it's gonna be DQ or not, but my winner is gonna be Tiffany Stratton.
I like it.
Yeah, that's gonna be my winner. I don't think Bayley or Nia will win this. I think Stratton will win this.
I mean, look, Brock Lesnar showed up once and stole the Money in the Bank, and nobody questioned it. So why not?
So yeah, give me Stratton to pull this out. So I guess give me the extra point if she does cash it in. The extra point for you guys if she doesn't. And then I'll take the I don't know what my confidence points are going to be. What are your confidence points on this one, guys?
Mine's a 3.
4.
This actually might be my my 1. Yeah, this is going to be my 1 actually. Yeah. So 1 point if Stratton wins for me, and a point for the cash in. And then if Nia does win, then yeah, I won't get a point if it's anybody but Stratton in that regards. But I guess we should also play it like this. If Nia wins, so how would that work? If Nia wins, you guys should get your points. But then if Tiffany Stratton
you still get a point.
Does cash in, should I still get my 1 point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Let's do that then.
Robert Downey Jr. returned to the MCU. Why not? Give you a point.
Okay.
Yeah, if Robert Downey Jr. can be Dr. Doom, you can get your bonus point.
That's right. We'll give you that point. All right.
I like the logic. I get thanks. I appreciate it.
Guys, I told my wife when she started watching wrestling, don't ask questions, just understand it is what it is. Don't ask me why. It just is. Like when she saw the thing, she's like, "This is wrestling." I'm like, don't ask questions. Just
question it.
Just go with it.
Yep.
All right. So with that match out of the way, you know what? Let's put a world title on the line, and we're gonna go with our world heavyweight champion Damian Priest going up against the challenger in Gunther, El Campeón, going up against El Gunther, the ring general. Also, our new King of the Ring this year. Somebody else that wind up getting an opportunity to go ahead and face off for the title here. I personally have really enjoyed this buildup between these two. I do feel like it's gotten kind of personal between these two men. Damian Priest has pretty much done everything he can to kind of earn this opportunity. You know, it's interesting to me. After the events of how things happened with the pinfall, I honestly was expecting more backlash towards Damian Priest than what he's gotten. But it seems as though the tides have turned a little bit. I feel like the audience is kind of behind him a little bit more. I don't know if that's like, hey, bro, don't worry about it. We support you. Or if they're starting to kind of come around to Damian as a champion. I'm not quite sure. I would kind of like to know your guys' thoughts on that, or if I'm reading the tea leaves wrong here. But he continues to be champion. He beat Seth Rollins, and now he's going to get the opportunity to see if he can go ahead and knock out Gunther, who just had a 666-day reign as IC champion, as nearly unbeatable as it certainly comes. Is this a given for Gunther, or will Damian Priest do the impossible here and retain his title? I believe we are on Datila. First off, how have you liked the build up to this? And what are your thoughts on the match?
Well, I feel like the build up kind of came, I don't want to say out of nowhere, but I was not expecting them to turn Priest the babyface here and Gunther be the heel.
Yeah. The promo, I think the promos have really worked for them both. And I love that they've been brawling, or at least the last time I watched Raw, they were brawling, like just unhinged. Like nobody could stop these two dudes. Like I was just like, let them fight. Like I usually hate segments like that, but for some reason I was really eating this up. And so I'm kind of liking how the crowd is kind of getting behind Damian here. I would agree with you, Dotson. I'm kind of surprised too.
Yeah, because I wasn't expecting Priest to be the face here. I thought they were going to make Gunther, but hey, I guess Gunther makes a better heel.
Yeah, he does, for sure.
As far as my pick is concerned, I got to go with Gunther just because I feel like SummerSlam is going to be, the cracks in Judgment Day are going to come to a head. And if by some miracle Priest makes it, hey, great. But I got to go with Gunther. I think Gunther's going to take this one.
Nice. Okay, cool. So you got Gunther. I agree in the sense that I do think the cracks are going to happen in Judgment Day today. But I think there's a reason why I put this match here, because I don't think it happens here. With that being said, and still World Heavyweight Champion El Campeón Damian Priest, baby, my fellow Boricua. It really comes down to Bash at Berlin is the next pay-per-view, and I could easily see them getting a rematch here. It would not surprise me if Gunther gets overwhelmed by the numbers of Judgment Day, and there's some outside interference, even though Damian is going to swear up and down he doesn't need it. I almost think everybody's going to be in this match to maybe get in Gunther's way and allow Damian Priest to pull it off. And then I think after that, maybe the seeds of Judgment Day eventually start crumbling, and then go into Bash at Berlin, and it being on the big stage for Gunther. I think he probably wins the title then. But the idea of Damian Priest for me, who, again, I'm sure some people feel differently, but I've enjoyed him as champion. I've enjoyed his work. I heard that he might have gotten knocked silly in that Seth Rollins match and forgot where he was for a minute in regards to why he didn't kick out. But I've enjoyed him. I think he's held his own. There are moments in his promos I don't care for, but there are other moments in his promos I'm like, okay, I dig it. But I like him, and I think he has elevated himself as a character. And I think from WrestleMania to SummerSlam to win and defend the title for that long instead of just dropping it at SummerSlam, I think would not only look great on his resume, but I think will make him an even more believable challenger for the title in the future if he ever gets other opportunities. And so I think Damian pulls out the W here, has Gunther's name under his belt, and eventually loses to Gunther later on in a month or so. So give me Damian Priest here to retain once again, to the shock and awe of so many people. What about you, Josh?
In a month.
I don't know when Bash in Berlin is.
It's on the 31st.
Oh yeah, so boom, right then. So boom, so that's exactly what I'm talking about. So I think it would be okay if Damian pulls out the W, because I don't think it's going to be very long before Gunther actually does retain. Or gets. What about you, Josh?
Sometimes it's hard being myself. Sometimes, especially because now my wife has completely ruined the build for me. Because that one line Gunther calling him street trash. And she's like, you mean street rat? And she's like, what if they did a promo of like him doing street rat? I don't buy that. I'm like, oh my God, why did you have to conjure that song? Now, every time I see Damian Priest, I think of the Aladdin song, him singing, I don't buy that. There's so much more to me. So it's ruined it completely for me now. Again, I love it. To me, it'd be awesome. I would pop so huge if they did it.
Street trash. Yikes. And you don't say, look, I am from the Bronx, okay? Mm-hmm. You do not call us street trash, my guy. The minute he said that, I'm like, oh no. Damian's whipping that ass, boy. Damian is whipping that ass. You can't make us look like some pussies from the Bronx, New York. Ain't no way. Anyway, go ahead, Josh. I'm sorry.
I would say that
got me hyped.
Okay. Yeah. So I would say that Gunther wins by DQ because it gives them a way to go back. And the fact is you want it to be where they're trying to be sneaky. They get caught. So, and again, Damian Priest wants to prove himself. So this may be the fact that we might get this thing of mommy ordered it. Who ordered you guys to come out there? And then she's like, I did, Priest. You can't beat Gunther. And that's going to be the whole story. You can't beat Gunther. You can't beat Gunther. So we had to do it. And essentially you lead to the Bash in Berlin. And here's another thread to go along with this. Gunther wins at Bash in Berlin. Later on, we get Drew McIntyre try to go for the World Heavyweight Championship. Gunther's got to say, well, what happened the last time you were in front of your people? Didn't you get your ass beat and lose your shot? At least I won it. So you could easily tie the fact that Drew's mad that Gunther won his championship in front of his hometown where he got screwed by CM Punk. Basically, Drew McIntyre is Bret Hart and Goldberg if Bret Hart decided to run with the whole Goldberg thing, now that I think about it. But I think Gunther wins by DQ. And stupidly, to prove himself, he's going to challenge Gunther at Bash in Berlin and say, I'm going to embarrass him in his hometown and then get his ass beat. Because a happy Gunther is a wholesome Gunther.
I love it.
Makes me smile to see him smile. I mean, he could be the evilest person in the world and just smirk. It just makes me feel good on the inside. So I think Gunther may win by DQ. And this is when Priest, because again, the whole idea, if you think about it, Judgment Day has no boss. But it's been sort of this feud brewing between Mommy telling them, go do this, go do that, right? And I mean, you look back at the promos earlier this year about, did you go ask your mommy if you can do that? So we're going to start to see the Judgment Day crumble over that. And we have the threat of Finn Balor starting to get into it with Damian Priest too. So I think Finn will end up costing that. Go ahead, Dala, sorry.
A question, Adam. So because he's saying by DQ, if Gunther wins regardless, does he still get the point, or it has to be specifically by DQ?
No, if Gunther wins, he gets the point.
His full points or just a bonus point?
I say it's just a regular point. Whatever his thing is.
Okay. I just wanted to know.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's going to be Gunther winning by DQ because they're going to want to go to Bash in Berlin because there's no way they're going to make him heel in Berlin. It's not going to happen. So to me, the idea is that, we're going to get I don't want to say de facto Gunther that's babyface, but, as you mentioned, people are getting behind Priest, but everybody knows. It reminds me of almost like my toddler telling me he's going to do something. I'm like, okay, buddy, that's so good. I support you in your decision to think you're going to do something. It's kind of like how the fans feel about Priest. It's like, oh, buddy, you're going to get your ass beat, but okay, you got this. So, I mean, it would help Priest to win definitively, but I think we're going to get a screwy finish. We just are. That's swerve everybody. If you're talking, we can't hear you.
Confidence points, though. What do you got, Dantila?
3.
I'll throw a 6 on this. Why not? Let's just see.
This will be my 6 too, I think. I think I'm going to go crazy today. I'm going to go 6 here on this one too.
And I'm betting it all on LA Knight and Damian Priest.
My Boricua, man. My fellow Boricua.
There's one advantage we have over Darla, though, you and I have that she did not have. In case we lose and she wins, we at least always have Whataburger to go to and drown our sorrows in.
This is true, man. That spicy ketchup sounds so good right now with some fries.
I've ruined everybody's evening. And unfortunately, Donna is so many miles away. She's not even close to one. Sorry, Donna.
No, I could just go to Las Vegas and get one right there. You guys forget there's one in Las Vegas.
We can't tell people that she likes Whataburger.
Oh, I forgot. It's
Can't
kind of like
talk
being a
about that.
Republican in California. It ain't gonna happen. No, I'm
Ain't
just
gonna
kidding.
happen.
If you drive, if you drive to go to a Whataburger in Las Vegas, that right there, Dotala does Whataburger. My God, Dotala does Vegas. We got to do it.
Well, I don't even. Okay, I'll have to have you remind me of what are my confidence points that I have left after the Gunther match.
You have a 2, 3, and 5.
Okay.
Did you go full 7 on something yet?
Who, me? Yeah, I
think
went
you-
my LA night. My LA
Oh,
night.
that's right. I forgot about that.
Uh-huh. All right. Next matchup. This is where things may get tricky, y'all. We got ourselves the Women's World Championship as the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour possibly continues here. Going up against a returning Rhea Ripley. Mommy's home. And she is out for blood after Liv Morgan has been trying to get her man from her, been helping out the Judgment Day. Although I think on this past weekend's episode of Raw, Liv Morgan took back all the video game systems. Damn it. Took everything that she gave the boys. She broke it. Okay, yeah. Okay, so she's definitely upset. She's definitely upset. And I think we even had Dominic Mysterio yell at her a couple weeks ago, telling her to leave him alone and get out of here, sort of thing. And she wound up walking away in tears. I mean, the girl was heartbroken. My God, someone console her. But Rhea Ripley is looking to get back her Women's World Championship that she technically never lost. So will Mommy get her championship back, or will Liv retain? Is this me?
I think so.
I've loved this storyline so far. I really love the build up each and every week. The idea of like hinting as to is something going on with Dom, is it not? The possibility of other things going on with other members of Judgment Day and Liv, sort of thing. It's always great to have Mommy back. I love the chemistry between her and Dom once again. I even love the fact that she gave him like a black rose or something like that upon her return. I thought that was pretty nice. So I'm really looking forward to this match, man. I think this is going to be a pretty good one. I think the storyline built up has been great for this. If I have to pick a winner on this one, I am going to go with Liv Morgan here. I think Liv Morgan retains this title. I think via some Dominic Mysterio mishap. Purposeful, accidental. I do think things will come to a pass in this particular match. I personally think Dom has been having something going on with Liv. I personally just do. And I think it's all going to come to a head. I wonder if I'm just trying to figure out whether or not they're going to make it subtle or if it's going to be accidental. But regardless, I think Dom's going to get involved some way and Liv is going to pick up the W here. Give me Liv Morgan. What about you, Josh?
Oh, it's got to be Liv Morgan. I mean, look, console her. She had a demon console her. What are you talking about? She was fine. Because again, I mean, if you've been watching Twitter and you've been watching fans' theories, I mean, the whole entire clubhouse has been destroyed. I beg to wonder if she really did it. But fans noticed that, of all the characters, Finn Balor was the only one that didn't have his face X'd out. So to me, there's more of a story here to where I think Liv Morgan's going to do it. And I don't think Dom, as dumb as this is, it's not going to be Dom who's going to be the one screwing over the Judgment Day. I think it really truly has been an innocent young boy thing. I think it's just Finn Balor. Because if you think about it, Finn Balor and Liv Morgan once teamed up against the Judgment Day. And once you're a part of the club, you're part of the club for life. So really,
damn, I definitely missed that detail then on the idea that he was the only one that didn't have his face X'd out. You might be onto something. I kind of dig that theory now that you mentioned it, Josh. I hadn't heard that one before.
He's bringing the demon to her, so that's why she's able to do bad things. So, I mean, yeah, I think this has been a plan between them two from the get-go to get into the Judgment Day. Because, again, if you think about Finn just randomly joined the Judgment Day, kicked out Edge, but, I mean, tell me the logic of him joining him. If you can't beat him, join him. I mean, I think this has been a plan of Finn from within. He's a demon for a reason. And if you think about it, the devil doesn't show up as a demon. He usually shows up as an angel of light, begging to help you. So I think Liv's going to win. And I don't think we're going to see the reveal of Finn Balor's plan until probably later, maybe next month, when the world title is on the line. Because that's going to be what the ultimate thing is going to be. That's going to be the sword of Damocles on Judgment Day's head. Is him destroying them.
Man, I kind of dig this. I kind of dig the route that you're going with the whole Finn Balor thing.
But let me add one more thing if I can. So Finn Balor recently in an interview talked about how there was a lunchbox of the demon right in the clubhouse, and they actually have an office for once. And he's like, guys, don't pay attention to that. I don't even talk about the demon, blah, 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 blah. WWE's thing is always, don't even worry about it. So why would he take the part of actually taking the time for one fan's theory of, well, you do have the lunchbox back there. Guys, that was just in props. No. With Triple H, we know there's never anything on accident. And if you look at the past times they've had offices, Finn Balor's demon lunchbox just showed up recently. That's not always been there. So I think that's a subtle way of telling us who the real person that's going to kill the Judgment Day is. And again, Finn's face not being X'd out. I mean, and remember, they've caught Finn and Liv Morgan playing PlayStation or whatever they want to do together. So, and on top of this other thing, a black rose symbolizes loss and mourning. And I think Mommy really, truly is only stringing Dom along right now. So I think it's going to be Rhea who's going to turn on Dom. Dom's not going to be the heel hero. Rhea is.
I would not be opposed to this. I really love the direction you're going with this, Josh, for sure. Because I think a lot of people are assuming Dom will probably be like the Dom will be the domino, to kind of bring things down. But the idea of it being possibly Finn, I think, is even more fascinating to me. I kind of would prefer it that way. Because, look, people love. And who wants to see Dom mess up things with Rhea after all this time, right? He has been pretty firm in the idea, like, no, mommy, I'm yours, So the idea of him, it would be kind of heartbreaking. I'm not going to lie.
You're saying Dom is not the dominant one. He's the sub one. He's the subtlety here. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, just call him Sub Mysterio. So we'll see. But, Attila, who do you have in this one?
I got Liv Morgan. Doing this. But I do think Dominic is going to portray Rhea Ripley in this scenario. Because when you think about it, if you've been paying attention, Dom has never really told Liv, like, he hasn't really put his foot down.
He did yell at her, didn't he, when they were in the ring?
Toxic relationships have that all the time, though.
Mommy was there. Mommy was there, so he had to put on his big boy pants.
He could have just been putting up a front.
I mean, yeah, I agree. I totally agree with you. I mean, I agree with you for sure. I do think Dom will do something in this match.
I wouldn't be surprised if they recreate WrestleMania 20 here, with Liv taking the role of Christian, Dom taking the role of Trish, and Rhea taking the role of Chris Jericho.
And then maybe we have another turn with Finn revealing this has all been the master plan to get him to fall in love, leave. Well, that is a good theory.
Trish and Chris Jericho were in a storyline romance, and then at WrestleMania 20, she portrayed him and she made out with Christian on the ramp.
Yep.
Oh God, damn!
It's amazing.
It's been forever since I've seen that one. Okay, that's a good reminder.
Trish was actually a good heel back then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that's where this is gonna go. So I gotta get it with Liv Morgan.
Are we going to get Jey Uso and Mommy now? Because, I mean, Rikishi's pissed apparently about that. He's like, don't mess up his marriage. I'm like, what? You get on the storyline.
Come on. It's part of the storyline, man. I mean,
from a man that puts his ass in other people's faces, he's worried about that. Come on now.
And both Rhea and Dom are both married. So I think they're pretty much okay. I think got to be okay.
He's actually really the true cuck in this whole thing, watching his woman on TV, just, giving it up to Dom and whoever else. Oh, poor buddy.
Confidence points?
6.
I think I have a 5 left, don't I?
You have no. You use your 5.
Oh, I
You
did.
have 7, 2, and 3.
I'll give it a 3.
What do I have here?
You
What do I have now?
You have 2, 3, and 5.
Give me a 5. Give me a 5.
Okay.
All right, man. I don't know how I feel confident about these confidence points, but
Can I just say, I cannot wait till Raw goes to Netflix because it's getting crazier and crazier week by week what they're wearing. My wife's like, I hate that. I'm like, nope. You think it's bad now? Wait till Netflix time.
You're going to be unrated and uncensored.
Oh, it's going to be Raw again, uncooked and uncensored. You're right. Exactly. Oh, it's going to be amazing.
Next.
Seth effing Rollins. It's going to be fucking Rollins. So,
I mean, who knows? I mean, they got to keep it somewhat PG.
Okay. Let me just say this and you'll appreciate this. So my wife was talking about that. She's like, well, they can't do Raw attitude because there's kids in the crowd. I'm like, a whole generation grew up saying suck it. I was like, I don't think they're going to worry about that necessarily. That's not going to matter.
Our co-main event, potentially, the way I would certainly book this. Finally, it is all coming ahead, y'all. In CM Punk's first solo match since he's been back in the WWE, believe it or not, he will finally get his hands on Drew McIntyre, who literally prayed for CM Punk to injure himself. And now we are finally here. Both these men who I'm sure have been having sweet dreams about punching each other in the face for the longest time. This has been a huge feud brewing for months and months since the beginning of the year, really, or since the idea of CM Punk even returning here. The bad blood is palpable between these two. I truly cannot wait to see this match. I'm praying to God CM Punk does not injure himself again in this match, but I will say CM Punk looks amazing. I feel like this is like the best physique I've ever seen him in. There is a hop in his step, like this man is happy to be here. I think this is probably going to be one of the best CM Punks that we have seen in a long time, but he's got a tough match ahead of him against Drew McIntyre, and an even more difficult one because now we have a special guest referee in Seth Freakin Rollins, baby, who has now put himself into this match after really having his title opportunity screwed out because of the idea of CM Punk interfering in his match. So this should be a good one. Whose turn is it? Who went last first? Who went first last time?
Was it you?
I think you did.
I went
first. Turn.
What? No. Wait, what? Let me see. Datula, me, Josh. Datula, me, Josh. This is your turn.
Oh man, my heart is so torn here because of WWE logic versus what I want to see. I want to see the finish of SummerSlam 97 again, where Punk has to have Rollins count him, or actually have it to where, you know, they have that stare off, right, of Taker and Brett, because that's really the story everybody wants to see of Seth Rollins. And again, we get to Survivor Series. So as much as my mind is saying, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't say it, I've got to say, I think Punk will get the win here because it serves the story better. Well, wait a minute. God bless.
I think
the first time I'm going to say y'all go because I want to think about this a little bit more.
Oh, okay.
I got to chew on this a little bit more now.
Oh, damn. All right. Datula?
Well, I definitely do think they're going to recreate that finish. You know, Seth Rollins is playing the role of Shawn Michaels here. The question is, who's playing the role of The Undertaker and who's playing the role of Bret Hart? I've gone back and forth on this too. On one hand, this is CM Punk's first singles match, and I'm like, there's no way they're going to make him lose. But I also feel like Drew McIntyre has been screwed one too many times. CM Punk did screw Seth Rollins at Money in the Bank, I could see him. I could see Punk thinking that Rollins screwed him out of his first match. So, but then again, reluctantly, Seth Rollins might have to lift CM Punk's hand. But you know what? I'm gonna go with Drew McIntyre here because I could see CM Punk thinking that Seth Rollins got his payback by screwing him out of his first singles match in WWE, like 10 years. So I gotta pick McIntyre. I think McIntyre is gonna play the role of Bret Hart, and Punk is gonna be the Undertaker.
Go ahead, Josh, since you were supposed to go up. No, you first.
As you were saying that, I was thinking in my head, Triple H knows the history. They have talked about the history of Bret and Michaels and Undertaker. And I think you're right. I think the roles are going to be switched here. I think it's going to be the stare off, but I think it's going to be McIntyre for the win as he counts him down. So Punk will lose. And again, going back to the logic, he was gone for 10 years and talked stuff about the company. If you think he's going to win his first title or his first, match back, there's always the humbling period first with anybody that leaves. And I mean, look at Cody at WrestleMania 39. That was his humbling moment of starting AEW, Well, sorry. So I think you're right. I think the roles are going to be reversed. I think McIntyre will win, leading to Rollins and Punk at Survivor Series. I think. Unless he gets injured, which God, hopefully not. And again, to interject, did anybody see Drew McIntyre's Jack Perry tweet? Am I the only one that saw that?
You mean the photo, or did he tweet something?
Yeah, the photo.
Along with the
photo with him saying "Cry Me a River." My God, so amazing, and he deleted it. I was so sad about that. But I'll go with McIntyre because again, the roles I think are going to be reversed because history has been referenced, and the best way to shock the fans is do the opposite.
Yeah, I mean, I echo every sentiment you guys said as well. I had Drew McIntyre winning this. I agree with you, Dante. I think he's been screwed out enough. I think it's time for CM Punk to get screwed a little bit here. I think it's inadvertent Seth Rollins maybe interfering or costing CM Punk the match here. But I think I think it's the idea of CM Punk, of Seth Rollins either doing something or somehow costing him the match and reluctantly counting the 3. But Punk will definitely think Seth had this plan the entire time. And I think Drew pulls out. Yeah, I think Drew winds up pulling out the W here for sure. I personally want to see a triple threat match between the 3 of these instead of Seth just in as a special guest referee. I don't know if that's something that'll happen at Bash at Berlin or somewhere down the line, but yeah, for right now, give me Drew. I think he pulls out the victory of Punk here.
Yep.
Confidence points.
I'm not that confident, so I'm gonna go with the 1.
I'll throw my 7 on this. Why not?
And how many? What do I have left? I have a 3 and a 2.
Yeah, that's all you have left.
Give me my 3 here. And then last but not least, we have ourselves the main event. And let me just say, we also have ourselves a huge tag team championship match Friday leading into SummerSlam on SmackDown as Tongaloa and Jacob Fatu have going up against DIY. Will the Bloodline have tag titles walking into SummerSlam? And will it be all on Solo to also retain himself the WWE Championship? As we got Cody Rhodes, the undisputed WWE Champion, going up against Solo Sikoa. Man, his nose is crooked in this image. Did he break his nose at some point in time? Man, crazy. I've been hearing that WWE also signed another, like, somebody else further down the lineage. I don't even know how. yeah, I have no idea if we're gonna get us another addition to the team here by the end of SummerSlam. The odds just feel very stacked against Cody Rhodes right now. I feel like Bloodline has kind of been going through everybody. So it should be interesting to kind of see how Cody Rhodes faces off against the numbers game here, because I think Randy's not around right now. Can't if they did they beat KO's ass recently too. Yeah, his buddies are falling by the wayside here. So big title on the line. Is this going to be Solo's first singles title on the main roster? Whose turn is this? Datila. I think this is Datila's turn. Yes, Datila. Who do you have pulling out the W here?
Cody Rhodes.
Okay.
There's no question. Cody's gonna win here. And I will make 2 bonus. And I would, if it's okay with you, Adam, I would like to make 2
bonus points. Oh,
yeah,
2 prediction. Oh, 2
predictions along with Cody Rhodes. I think Jimmy's going to return SmackDown Go Home show to SummerSlam, and he's going to cost the Bloodline the tag titles. And then I think Roman Reigns returns at the end of this match.
Ooh, damn. Well, I can't give you bonus points for the Jimmy thing, but I could probably give you bonus points for the Roman Reigns thing for sure.
Because Solo Sikoa has been calling out Roman Reigns, and I think it's only a matter of time if Roman Reigns comes back. I mean, this year it's already been announced Survivor Series War Games. They're gonna have to start building towards Survivor Series.
I can't lie. I kind of how many members does the Bloodline have right now? 4? 4, right? They did sign somebody else, so maybe it ends up being 5 by the time we get to Survivor Series. How many do they usually have in the Survivor Series? In the
5 on 5 or 4 on 4, depending.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I do hope Jimmy does return. Can I be honest? I like DIY, and I want them to see them have a lengthy run. But there is a part of me that would not mind the idea of the Bloodline having gold in some form or another. They have been extremely dominant, and with the numbers game, I don't know. I am rooting for them to win come SummerSlam. I mean, come SmackDown. But for SummerSlam, I gotta go Cody, man. I gotta go Cody. I don't, Josh points out each and every week that Jacob has more of a presence on the roster than Solo does. So the idea of Solo getting the title, I mean, maybe that would boost his image a little bit, but it would just feel a little bit, I don't know. It just feels a little bit off right now. I would rather see Solo win a mid-card title as of right now. So yeah, give me Cody, and I will agree. I do think that Roman Reigns does return here to go ahead and save him. I think it would not I don't know if Jimmy shows up. It would be really cool if Jimmy shows up to help. It would also be great to see if Jay shows up to help, and I would also love to see even Sami Zayn get involved fresh off of a title loss. If we need something to put Sami in from a storyline point of view, have him get involved back with the Bloodline. That would be your 5 on Cody's side to the 4 on Bloodline, and then Bloodline maybe bring somebody else back in. So I think even Cody will be surprised about the numbers that come to support him in SummerSlam. I do think this is going to be another case of a crazy overbooked match. But one that should have an incredible finish with hopefully Roman Reigns being the last one to certainly come out and the place just go ballistic, man. It's going to be a huge babyface turn for him for sure. But yeah, give me Cody Rhodes. What okay, I'll throw this out later, but go ahead, Josh. Who you got?
Well, we know The Rock's going to take credit for whatever happens, right? I told them they needed to have whoever win, right? So, because I have a 1, because, why the hell not? Let's have Solo, as much as I hate the idea of it, because, again, it's like chauffeur Sikoa. I really don't give a damn about. But let's shock the world because, Cody needs some to chase, and we need to give something to Solo to make him seem like a threat, because right now it feels still like, it's your little brother trying to, play wrestling, right? Let's have Solo win, because why not? Because I have a 1 on this anyways. And let's have him win to give legitimacy. And I think Roman, I think they're still going to wait for Roman to appear. I think they're going to give Roman, because if you're going to have him appear at SummerSlam, that's what, August, September, October, November. You're telling me you're going to have 3 months worth of build where Roman's going to just disappear because he can? That's the thing with Roman. If he's going to be back and be back full time, it makes sense. Unless he returns and gets his ass beat bad enough that they send him packing. But I think the idea is the shock of him showing up being the final member of the Survivor Series team. As much as everybody's expecting it and wanting it, WWE likes to titillate a lot. They do. That's just their thing. And so to me, I think the idea is we're going to have it to be where it's months and months of him calling somebody out. So, again, do I want it? No, but let's just go with Solo, because we got to give him something to legitimize himself as the tribal chief. Otherwise, if he loses too, because think about it, he's been pushing the idea of Roman, you lost the title. Losing matters. And so to me, I mean, I hate the idea. I don't like it. I'd rather have Jacob Fatu do it. But if anybody's going to do it, that's where he can say, look, I beat Cody. You couldn't even beat Cody, but one time I beat him 2-3 times, whatever the story is. Because Cody will get his title back. Rock's got to win that championship in Vegas,
I thought it would be that Solo would lose and then he'd get kicked out of the bloodline and replace with Hikuleo.
Right. I mean, I would love that too. I mean, I would much rather have Jacob Fatu turn. But here's the thing. You're going to get the visual of The Rock coming out. Because remember, Rock has a very, very long memory. He got speared.
I'm not going to lie. There's a part of me, when I said, hold on, I was going to say something. I was like, what if The Rock comes back here? Like, it would not shock me if The Rock makes a return to screw over Cody.
He did finish filming his movie already, so.
And he did just tell us he saved WrestleMania. Now he can say, I saved SummerSlam. It's perfect.
And there is something visually appealing too, and just crazy about the idea of the bloodline again having all the damn titles.
And The Rock can manipulate the situation. Because if you think about it, Roman's kind of his own character, right? He does what he wants to do. Solo can be led because he's been led. So Rock could build this up as, Solo, you're the greatest. You're the greatest of all time. I have the champion from Muhammad Ali, and from Muhammad Ali to me, you are the greatest. So again, it's asinine to do it. But the idea is The Rock can manipulate the situation, screw over Cody, and see Mama Rhodes cry. Because we need to have Michelle and Cody cry. We need it. It's been too long now.
Oh, God. Somehow it's come full circle for Josh, and he's talking about Cody Rhodes' mom crying again.
I'm telling you, the image of Passion of the Christ, Mary holding bloody Jesus, the same thing. It's what a visual. It needs to happen. And her looking up at Rock, and Rock just doing this or putting his finger up. So, yeah, I think The Rock turn. You know what? I'm going to throw that prediction out now that you say it. The Rock shows up at SummerSlam.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you have that point for sure, man. Because outside of Cody Rhodes' mom crying, I can see everything else certainly happening for sure. I could definitely see that. Now I'm just thinking to myself, like, damn, the fact that you pointed out, one, Roman Reigns, where does Roman Reigns go after this? I do like the idea of him popping up as the last member of the team at Survivor Series, and I do like the idea of The Rock returning too. I don't know if I'm going to change my pick though. You really have me close to thinking about changing my pick here.
Well, think about this. I mean,
because my thing is too is like, you're right. He did say winning and losing matters. And if he loses, what's the bloodline going to do to him? Like, what is, man.
I hope
that's what the bloodline's going to do to him. Randy Orton style.
God, I hope so. Jacob Fatu just, the thing is the crowd's been chanting, we want Roman, we want Roman. They're not going to give him that much. They want it to be, people wanted Roman to lose so bad. I don't think it's going to go 3 years, but they wanted that to happen so bad that they could taste it. Every time it was whoever went against Roman, they became an instant star overnight. And to me, the idea is they like to shock. And to me, I'm telling you, I think it's going to be Roman shows up at Survivor, not at Survivor Series per se, but because again, we're talking SummerSlam to WrestleMania. I mean, I don't want to see Roman and Solo at Bash in Berlin. To me, you're hitting that high point too fast at that point. Well, I have a better term, but I'm not going to say it. But you go too quickly at that point.
All right, so Josh gets an extra point if The Rock shows up. We get the extra point if Roman shows up. But if Roman doesn't show up, Josh doesn't get the point. The Rock's got to show up. I mean, The Rock's got to show up to get the point.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, and if The Rock shows up, we don't get the point just because. Yeah, regardless.
Okay.
All right. Confidence points on this one. Well, Josh said he'd do his one, and I'll use my last 2 points here.
Josh, this is actually your 2. You used your one on Logan Paul.
And 2.
I'm betting it all on Cody Rhodes.
This is your 7?
Yeah.
Like
Nice.
WWE does, but it all on the roads, boy. It's okay. Nothing wrong with that.
Damn it, Damian Priest, don't let me down. I put a lot of points on you, my guy. All right. We'll see how it goes. All right,
This is
man.
the fun part of it, though, is that we all have something completely different scenarios across the board.
None of us picked the same matches, right? I mean, none of us picked the same.
we all chose Breaker. We all chose Liv Morgan. We all chose McIntyre.
But outside of that, we all have different ones, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
But there's still little bonus points to throw in there of who shows up, and the scenarios are wildly different. Some people think Gunther is going to win. Some people think it's going to be by DQ. So it's getting crazy, y'all.
All right. Oof, we'll see how this goes. I'm looking forward to SummerSlam, man. I really am. I think we got some great matches on the card. Any idea who's going to have match of the night?
I definitely do think it might be Damian Priest and Gunther or the McIntyre versus Punk match.
McIntyre versus Punk, I think, has got more heat than any match on this card. Even with Cody Rhodes, being tied to the ropes, watching his friends be destroyed, I think there's still so much heat on Punk and McIntyre because it's been a 9-month, 8-month buildup now. So,
yeah, I think it's going to be Drew and Punk for sure. We'll see, though. All right, y'all. Those are our predictions. Are you guys doing anything Saturday night? Any chance for review?
No, I'm a dad. I have no life. No, I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, I'll be doing Josh and I could do the review.
Okay, awesome. I do think I might have plans Saturday night. So I may not be able to watch SummerSlam live, or I definitely probably will get to it late. So I'll definitely leave the review up to you guys. So that will do it for our predictions, but you can certainly join us Saturday evening after SummerSlam, maybe an hour or two after SummerSlam, for Josh and Datsila to go ahead and do the live review for you guys and talk about all the crazy results and figure out who will be predictions tribal chief. Good luck.
Keep his crown.
Yeah. Can Josh keep his crown? Good luck, Josh. Good luck, Datsila. And I'll definitely see you guys. Well, I won't see you Saturday, but we'll definitely talk about I might have to mute you guys on my Facebook Messenger so you guys don't spoil anything for me.
We don't spoil nothing for you, Adam.
No, we'll just say the opposite. Whoever won, it's completely opposite. We'll tell you live. Oh my God, I can't believe the Punk won.
No,
so we'll say the exact opposites. Damian Priest won or whatever.
All right, y'all. Well, guys and girls, thank you so much for certainly watching us today. I'll probably go ahead and put a quick timestamp on these match predictions so you can follow along through the week until SummerSlam drops. But please let us know your thoughts and predictions in the comment section box below. But other than that, that will do it for us. Datsila, if people want to find you on social media, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at @the_. I talk all things wrestling, WWE, AEW, TNA. You can check me out on Rangers of Wrestling every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, the occasional Saturdays and Sundays. And for all things TNA, you can check me out on Body Slam. And then we are in Power Month. We're on the road. Not only are we on the road to SummerSlam, but we're on the road to Power Morphicon too.
Oh, that's right. It's August. Nice. I hope you have a great time, Datsila, for sure. Take some pictures for me. Josh, if people want to find you on social media, where can they find you, sir?
WrestleM Podcast, as you can see. Oh, right there. Yeah, exactly. Right there on Twitter. I'll be starting to set fires again because, on the fire-breathing Twitter machine, as Bully Ray used to call it, just start, deep faking Damian Priest singing Street Rat. I don't know. I can find a way to do it somehow. All right for the Judgment Day. So.
But guys, if you want to follow us on social media, right here at A+ Opinions, very active everywhere over on social media. This is the exclusive home for WrestleManiacs podcast reviews for your Raw, NXT, SmackDown. So certainly go ahead and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification too. So when we do go live with our videos or drop new content for you guys, you certainly will be caught up and up to date. But otherwise, follow us everywhere at A+ Opinions. We are also on TikTok at Hero Report, and we do have a Discord forum community. If you love your forums, there is a link in the description box below. But that will do it for us here today. We'll certainly see you guys tomorrow night for SummerSlam review. Enjoy the PLE, and we'll talk to you guys later. Until then, do us a big favor. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and keep it A+. We'll talk to you later. Bye.